Good day. Today we're going to check out another one from Hanabie, an awesome metal band out of Japan. This is Lollipop Candy Girl. Let's check it out. Very cool. I love the style, like how she's like kind of talking over it, and it's just a kick-ass riff in the background too. Really like the of it all, and again, this band seems like they would be so fun live and just such an awesome time. I love their style. I love the way they juxtapose things together, like, you know, the style that she's singing in all her against, you know, these awesome metal guitars and, you know, just kick-ass chop riffs and just awesome stuff, man. Love it. So kick-ass, man. Really cool. See, all the things that it's doing, it's just, you know, from one, you're not knowing what to expect from one moment to, and it's jumping into the next thing, and nothing, even though everything is just so seemingly off the wall, nothing feels forced or crammed in. It's like, even though it feels off the wall, it also feels like the next logical thing. Oh, well, of course, it's just awesome. Everything they do that is like out of left field feels so natural at the same time. It's just awesome. Awesome writing, awesome composition. So cool. Way cool. I'm big fan of these ladies. This is just awesome stuff. Again, the the amount of stuff that I just heard in 3.5 minutes is insane. And it's like one of them things that, you know, I listen to like songs where, you know, there's some awesome bands that I've like recently just checked out, like Winter Sun. They have like 10 and 15-minute songs, and there's so much in it. Like nothing feels repeated. Nothing feel. It's just in it, and it goes on this big adventure. Um, and it's one of the things where naturally every time you hear it, you're gonna hear something new. I feel like it's the same with this, and it's an even shorter amount of time, but there's just so much going on and so many things coming from every direction. But again, not none of it feels forced. It feels fun, and it's like I it makes you want more of it. It's like it has um a real habit forming type inducing musical feel that I really love. I I I love how fun it feels. That's the biggest thing, and that's it's important with music is no matter what genre you like, no matter what you're into for music, is it fun for you? And even if it's another genre that you don't normally listen to, was it fun? Was it, well, maybe there'll be other ones that are just as fun as that. And, you know, stuff like that could be your doorway or your gateway into other awesome, metals and, you know, um Japan and metal from this region, period. And, I would say that whole kind of section of the earth, it really has a knack for mixing these things and pulling things together so seamlessly and naturally. And none of it feels forced. None of it feels like crammed together to make it work. Just, or that it's hyper produced to the point that it doesn't feel real anymore. And this is just, and it's a perfect example of having fun with music and how music can be fun. And you can be uh anybody and get into this kind of stuff, and it's it's got so much going on. And I think that this is where some of the quote unquote gatekeepers come in some of those areas where they almost don't allow themselves to like other things because it has some of these other elements incorporated in it. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people miss out because of that. I think when they hear, things like baby metal or whatever, and you mention, oh wow, they have this poppy element, but it's infused with this awesome metal, and and they automatically shut themselves off from it because they heard a word or a genre that they don't particularly care for. Well, maybe the reason you don't care for that particular genre is you just haven't found the thing that you can appreciate in it yet. And I think when these types of genres get brought into other areas and get used in metals and get used very cleverly, there's a lot of cleverness going on here. I mean, there's with the writing, the lyrical content, all that, the way that it's being laid down. You don't have to understand the language to get it. It's very it's nuanced at the same time, and it's got a lot just under the hood, so to speak. There's a lot going on there, and it it begs you to come listen to it again, and you want to, and I'm going to, and that's the thing that's great. And again, I think that's a shame when people shut themselves off to certain um types of metals or certain bands, we'll say, because it might have this other element in it. And this is a perfect example of you're missing out, bro, when you do that, because you're missing out on something cool like this, something that you're not going to hear anywhere else. You know, I I cannot think of a band right off the top of my head to say, yep, they sound just like this. I can think of a few bands, but not one, and that's just, and they got lot to be proud of in this music. I dig it. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. So yeah, so impressed with another one from this band. I knew I was gonna like it. I just didn't. I didn't know I was gonna like it this much. And especially, again, if you would have told me, Lollipop Candy Girl, I don't know if this is something I'm gonna like, man. No, trust me, it kicks ass. It's like I could see people why they would be apprehensive, and but giving things a try. That's this variety is the spice of life, and there's some spices right there. Check out Hanabie and get acquainted, and if you haven't already, or if you know somebody that would get into this, show them that they're going to appreciate it. And music is one of them best gifts. And I'll tell you that, around like times where it is time for gift giving, when you give somebody a bit of music, music has memory attached to it. That's why they use it to help people with dementia and stuff. People will remember this music that you turned them on to, or that you gave to them, and that's a memory that they will probably keep forever. So, a little something to think about when it comes to music is an important gift, and it's not a something to be scoffed at. Give the gift that keeps on giving. And thank you for all these gifts of just suggestions and just awesome stuff that everybody's been. I've learned so much in such a short amount of time, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my little heart. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Awesome stuff, man. Just kick ass. Have a good one out there, everybody. Stay safe.